What's up YouTube, it's Louis here. This is going to be a quick HBAR update from me because I don't have too much time, but nothing much has changed, guys, to be honest. Now I know this is the Binance chart, but to be honest, most of you are probably on Binance holding HBAR, and yeah, on Binance's chart, it did go to the 1618 down at 5.4 cent. It did go as low as 4.5 cent, and of course if you had stop losses down here would have been hit, although on all the other HBAR charts, on all the other exchanges, it never went down to this level, which is extremely sus because you'd expect Binance to be the most liquid. But hey ho, who knows what's going on here. But because it actually has happened on Binance, and I know that Binance is the biggest exchange, and it makes sense to actually look at this chart rather than another HBAR chart, for example, that doesn't show this. So even the Binance US chart doesn't go as Binance. Let's just find a different Binance HBAR. Sorry, HBAR. Let's go on Bitstamp. See, it never happened, but if we go back to our chart, it did happen. And who's using Bitstamp? I don't know any of you that are using Bitstamp. I know a lot of you use Binance, so that's why it matters to look at the Binance chart the most. Now we have met the 1618 with this wick, but after doing so, you actually reclaim this 1.272, holding it as support, and we're having multiple fake outs, in and out, in and out. So you can see we haven't touched the chart since we last had a lesson with you guys or video with you guys, but I'm pretty sure once I left you with a potential W that could flip into an M. So here we have this potential W pattern, and although we didn't come back up to it validate the pattern never validated, meaning that we're not going up. Basically, unless you're breaking above this, you're not going up. So you have to close above 11 cent if you want to go up higher. Your target would be, let's get it for you, your target would be in around 14 cent if we do close a daily candle above 11 cent. Now, of course, we were anticipating this to come up there, but it didn't happen. So I'm telling you guys that if you remain holding this as support and you do eventually in the future come back up to this level, 14 cent would be a target, regardless of it not looking like a W. It will validate an old pattern. That's how trading works. Validations and invalidations. I've been talking about this for months on end now, every single day. So if you don't get that, yeah, no one can help you in this market. But anyway, we've already explained how this potential W could actually now become a M pattern, something like that, where you've actually got in the second M, part of the M, another M right there. That can actually become a W, or was a failed W. You see, this is how trading gets so much more complex and confusing the more you understand, because you understand that there's more possibilities. You actually get luckier and luckier the less you know. It's funny. Because yeah, oh yeah, W pattern, let me buy it. It didn't work this time, but then another person might be, oh look at this, there's a W potentially forming and buy, and potentially that time they do get lucky, but at the same time they don't know the risk where this could actually be an M pattern, and if you do lose this low, you are coming down lower. So it's funny, but if we lose this 1 fib level, 9.1 cent, we are heading to the 1618 at 8.1 cent. I left you with that the last time I made this video, and I said that if after hitting this you fail to reclaim the 1 fib level, you will continue lower to these two targets, back down to this larger 1414, which is one level away from filling in this wick. That's what basically price action is trying to do. We've created this wick. I know it's not on the other charts, but again, because Binance is the biggest exchange, this chart matters the most for HBAR. So what price action is trying to do is trying to fill in this wick. It's actually trying to lose this wick. It's retracing to this level, but there are going to be levels that stop it from getting down there. And we've used this Fibonacci now. I'm actually going to get rid of this. I'm going to put a new one. There to there. So this is our new targets to the downside. You can see that our overextended targets to the downside would be in around 6.8 to 7 cent. These two targets back down to this wick, and that's the overextended target. So if you were to hit this, it means that price is overextended to the downside. It would need a relief rally to the upside, something like this, where you've had this crazy capitulation and it needs this massive relief rally. So if we were to do that again, lose the 1 fib level, that is what will happen, and those are your targets. But we know we'd be focused on this 1618. again, if it fails to break above the 1 and hold it as support, if it were to hold it as support, you're going up. But if you fail to do so, you're coming back down to here. And after that, you get this bounce where, again, you have to reclaim the 1 fib level eventually, slowly getting above the 1618, then the 1, and then this orange line, and we can start to head up. But as you can see, a lot needs to be done to recover. So that's why, for me personally, I recommend if you'd watch the Bitcoin updates, because doesn't matter how messy the HBAR chart is, only chart that matters is Bitcoin. If Bitcoin goes up, no matter how ugly the HBAR chart is, if Bitcoin goes up, HBAR will too. So that's what, we're more focused on. For me to get confident we're out of this completely, I want to see a reclaim of 13.5 cent. And if we've been watching today's update closely and taking notes, then we had that potential W pattern, which would take us to 14 cent, reclaiming this level, and that would be beautiful, wouldn't it? Hopefully that happens. Of course, again, I've explained in today's Bitcoin update that you must watch that there's chances of another 15% dip. So on average, the alts will do double that. On average, that means the alts could actually do less or more than double. So if Bitcoin could potentially go down 15%, and it's potential because it might not happen whatsoever, but it's a target that we're in at the moment. We say that it might not go there because anything that has a target can be invalidated. And if it's invalidated, you're not going to that target, even though currently at this moment, it is a target. So go watch that video. The target is about 15% minus. So if we know that alts on average do double that, let's look at 30% minus, and that would be in and around 6 cent. And even so, even if it were to do so, you're still above the 1618. And as long as you're above the 1618, you're not going below it. What I do like is we had this crazy rejection from that crazy relief rally, and you've now are trying to hold this 1.272. To be honest, again, as long as you're above the 1618, there's nothing to worry about. But what we would like to do is create this staircase upwards, not downwards. We don't really want to come down, but it's something that it is trying to do, because again, the market is in a downtrend. It is trying to make lower lows and lower highs. So that means it is trying to go lower than this. But will the bulls allow that? That's why we have some targets in around this area down here. Will the bulls step in here? Because that's where they were stepping in last time. You see, we came down here. The next time we came down in and around that area, and the bulls did step in. So we are trying to fill in those wicks because they're such large wicks, just like that. Try and fill it in, and potentially before losing the low, we create that higher low, and then we go and put that higher high above this and head back to this 1 fib level and reclaim that. And if you can do that, that would be beautiful. But again, guys, if you fail to reclaim this 1 fib level, things can get really ugly. And I have made you aware of this in the past if you've been taking notes, where if we do lose this support, you go to the level below. Swing high, lose a swing high as a swing low, you go to the swing low below. So you'd come to in around 3 cent. I do not envision this whatsoever, because I'm not envisioning it on Bitcoin, so I wouldn't envision it on HBAR. At the moment, I'm seeing a max 15% dump on Bitcoin. So on average, that would be double for the alts, meaning around 30%. Could be more, could be 40, could be less, could be 20. I don't know. But it's usually on average about double. Thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed today's update. I just found time for this, so I hope you guys appreciate it. Send in super thanks if you want. If you're interested in the crypto packages that I offer, I've got a question. I'm trying to make a website at the moment, but for the last 2 years, people have just messaged me saying, hey, I want to do the mentorship. Hey, I want to do the course. And that's how we've done it. They've always just sent me through PayPal or crypto, and then we've gone from there. However, I want to ask you guys if it's worth it me making a website. I want to know if you would personally go on my website and buy the course or buy the mentorship without talking to me. Because if you would not do that, there's no point in me making a website. Let me know in the comments below. Again, if you're interested in those crypto packages, just message me on my Twitter. The link is always down below. Thank you guys. Please like, subscribe and comment. Turn the notification bell on, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.